Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from DBPOWER. This is the RD828A home theater projector. This also includes Bluetooth, dual band Wi-Fi, and a lot more. We're going to dig into this now, and I'll be right back. Okay, the first thing to note when you do get this out of the box, it's going to come with a full backpack to store this if you're going to take it somewhere. This is really nice to have that DBPOWER has put into the RD828A, and you can see there's some DBPOWER logo there. It is a dual zipper backpack that stores everything that you would need to transport this wherever you would like to go. You've got some extra pockets in here as well. I'll get all of this undone, but I did want to show off the backpack because I think that this is a really nice addition to the RD828A. Okay, so once you do get everything out of the backpack, we're going to get some documentation here for the projector and a quick start guide. So you do get both, and you can check this out. It's written in English and it's well laid out, not micro print, so you're not going to need a magnifying glass to read this. It's going to go over all your button assignments here, so you can reference this if you do need to, especially with the remote control. And it's going to show you how to get your preferred size, how to set up the projector, and things like that. So you do have a lot of really good information in here. Also the quick starting guide, and that is going to show you how to do screen mirroring, whether it's going to be iOS or Android. And we do have some specifications that I will leave up at this point in the video so that you guys can check them out if there's anything that I miss here. We can get up to a 200-inch screen on this. We do have an 8 optical coating glass lenses. We can image flip up to 360 degrees, and the native resolution on this is going to be 1080p with the ability to play back 4K encoded files as well. Now for a power cable, we get a standard 2-prong to 2-prong AC plug for the RD828A, and that will be for plugging in the unit. We do get a legacy AV cable here, so if you have older devices that use like yellow for the video and red and white for the audio, you can hook them in via a 3.5 millimeter jack on the back. They also supply an HDMI cable here, so you can hook up a laptop, a gaming console, or anything else that will require an HDMI connection. They do give us a remote control. This is a full-featured remote control here. You've got your navigation and OK. You've got your power. You've got a bunch of different things here, such as menu, home, and back. You do have a 1-button mute here. You do have autofocus right here on the actual remote control, which really makes it easy to get into focus with that motorized focus. Now down at the bottom, we do have a little latch here for your batteries. It does take two AAA batteries that are not included, so just make sure you have a few extras on hand. Looking at the main unit here, you can see it's got kind of a cloth design at the top here. Feels nice. All of your buttons are at the top as well for all your basic functions. If we do take off the lens cover, you can see we've got a wide lens here for that native 1080p. Again, this will support up to 4K playback as well. DBPOWER branding on the front. On the side, we do have an intake here, and this intake is going to have a removable dust filter on it, so that you can remove this dust filter and clean it if it does get full of dust. This will also lengthen the lifetime of your projector, of course, so that is a great addition. On the other side, we've got our output here, so it really kind of takes air across left to right as we're looking at it now. You do have an IR sensor on the back as well for your remote, a power in to USB 2.0 ports, a 3.5 millimeter headphone out, your 3.5 millimeter headphone in, and 2 full HDMI ports as well. So you do also get that. You do get a 2 5-watt speaker system in this, and of course on the top again we do have our basic buttons if you don't want to use the remote control. On the bottom, you've got 4 nice feet around the corners here to hold it in place on whatever surface you're going to have at a desk or a table or whatnot. And you also have a leveler here for getting that correct angle that you would like on your projection surface. So that's the unboxing of the DBPOWER RD828A, and let's get into how it works and how well it shows off media. Okay, so this is the main home screen here when it is powered on. You can see on the left-hand side we've got our inputs. At the top we've got our settings. We do have iOS cast and mirror cast for wirelessly mirroring our phone or tablet or devices to this as well. So you also have some selections here for film, music, and photos, and you also have Office Suite as well if you do want to do this in a presentation type scenario with Excel files or Word documents. You can definitely do that here. The first thing that we're going to want to take a look at is our settings. You do have your Wi-Fi settings here. Now this does support a dual band Wi-Fi, so you will get a faster, more stable Wi-Fi connection here. You can see that I'm connected to my 5G network here, and this works out really, really well. Next to that, we have Bluetooth settings. This does have Bluetooth built in, and this is great if you want to hook up external Bluetooth speakers or external Bluetooth headphones. If you're watching at night or something like that and you don't want to bother the rest of the house, you could definitely do that. Now under projection settings, we do have a projection mode which we can flip if you're going to mount this upside down or you're going to mount it from, do a ceiling mount. Your gyro horizon can be reset here as well, which is really nice. So you do have that option right here to reset your gyro horizon. Now keystone can be manual, it can be automatic, and it can be side as well. So if we go to manual, you can see that I can set the horizon keystone here or the vertical keystone however I would like to get the best projection image on my projection surface. We do have digital zoom here, and you can zoom from 100% all the way down to 50% if you have a space that you're going to be projecting on that is limited. You can definitely resize the image down to 50% if you need to save some space. Motor focusing will take us to our autofocus, which is controlled via that remote control. So you have motorized focus. You don't really have to mess with any focus wheels or anything like that, and it works out really, really well. So you do have all of those options here in projection settings. Now if we go back, we have a few more things to check, like system updates, which now that we're connected via Wi-Fi, we can check online. Mine is already set up, but we can do a local update via USB, or we can restore it back to factory. Other settings include things such as your boot source options, your power on options, your language settings, and you can see if English is not your first language, they've got you pretty much set up because they've got a ton of different languages that you can select here. You can do a scheduled shutdown, kind of a sleep timer here, anywhere from 10 minutes to 120 minutes, so you do have that option for a scheduled shutdown. In About, we can see our system version and MAC address, and that takes us through all of our settings. Okay, so for testing this out, I'm going to use Mirrorcast because I have Android devices, but you also have iOS casting as well if you do have Apple products that you want to use. Now, I have a Samsung phone, so mine is just going to be Smart View, and I can just drop down and I can connect. It'll come up as the DBPOWER RD828A in the Mirrorcast receiver, and you can see it comes up very quickly. No problems there whatsoever. Scrolling through is nice and fluid. There's really no slowdowns or anything like that. I can play YouTube. I can play other things as well. If I'm going to play copyright content like Amazon Prime Video or Netflix, I'll have to plug in something like a Fire Stick or a Chromecast for that, because you can't wirelessly do protected video. But that's as fast and as easy as you could really want for casting your device to this projector. Okay, so let's play back some media here. I'm going to go play back something that I have captured. It is a 4K file of a game Fortnite, and we're going to take a look at how this is. I'm going to put this at about 70 to 80% on the audio so that you guys can hear how the audio sounds, and plus, of course, the video at default settings, and we'll be able to see the quality right here. So there you go. You could hear the speakers there. Again, that was about 70 to 80%. They sound really good. You can, of course, add Bluetooth speakers if you want even more sound out of this. But I think it does a pretty good job at drowning out any fan noise from the unit itself overall. As far as the color and the picture goes, you can see that the colors pop on this, and it does have a high level of brightness as well, which really looks good for video games and for media consumption like a TV and movies. This will work out just great. Overall, I'm very happy with the picture here. It's got a 10,000 to 1 contrast ratio, and you can really tell that they've done some good job with the brightness as well. Okay, so there you go. That's my review of the DBPOWER RD828A. This is a newer, upgraded version of the 828 that DBPOWER has out. I really do like the fast connections with the dual band wireless. Being able to mirror my devices to this works out really well. It's fast and it's fluid, and you'll be able to do that no problems. It's very bright. It has a good contrast ratio, and when you're playing back media such as games or movies, they look really great on this particular projector. Overall, DBPOWER has a solid home theater projector on its hands here, in my opinion, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.